Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I just received this tough built blades in the mail, and it made me start thinking about tough built. You know, they've been around for a little bit, been around since like 2012, I think it is, something like that. So they've been on the US market for a while. However, when they came out with their new stack tech somewhat recently, you know, which if you don't know what the stack tech is, it's basically tough built's thing of pack out for the storage system that interconnects. They've really become innovative with that, and they've come out with a whole bunch of new tools that are really innovative and are really good. You know, they've got their own little twang to them. They're great. I haven't been using them too long. I've only been using them for a month or so. I've only got a couple of tools with them. Actually, probably a couple months I've been using it. I've only got a couple of tools with them, but so far I'm pretty impressed with them. I tell you, their prices are very, very reasonable. So I figured, why not do a little review of the couple of things I do have, just to kind of show everybody about tough built. So starting off with this, the hammer. This is I didn't need a hammer. I was walking through Lowe's, and this happened to catch my eye because it looks somewhat like a stiletto. If you look at that hammer, that's a really good looking hammer. You know, I was walking past, it caught my eye. I was like, wow, that's a nice looking hammer. It's a little 16-ounce one. This part number is TBH11RS16. It has the little the magnet for the nail there, so you could put a nail in and hammer it in. Like I said, I wasn't looking for a hammer. I just saw that. It kind of reminded me of stiletto with a nice smooth finish. Like good. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get that. You know, and I've got it, and I've been using it a few months now, and I like it. It's good. I do like it. I'm impressed. Moving on. So Milwaukee was the first ones that come out with these type of knife. The Milwaukee Fastback, which I have one right here. So Milwaukee Fastback is basically your standard knife. I'm sure you've all seen them. You push a button and you flip out the blade. A little quick action blade, and then quick and easy to go. So that's the Milwaukee one. So this is Tough Built's one of it. Same thing. You push the button, the blade flips out, ready to go, ready to cut. Quick and simple. But what they did is they added a little pry bar to the top of it there. As you can see, that pry bar, which is kind of handy, you know, paint cans or whatever you want to open with it. It's a really cool little spin to this little normal boring knife. So this is TBH4-12-1. You know, like any old blade, it has a little cutting under there. It has the release button to release. And this is one of the Tough Built knives that I'll talk to you guys about this in a second, about these blades. They're unique Tough Built ones, and I'll show you why. Moving on from that one, on to the next one. This is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Tough Built tool. So this is the Tough Built Scraper Utility Knife. It is the TB-H4-01. So you push this release button, you slide up, you have your standard knife, like so. All right, locks into place. You could use it for cutting, whatever, opening things, whatever you use your knife for. But if you also, this has the function where if I push this button and slide up to where it says scrape, boom, now it becomes a scraper with a blade on it. And you see how now you can use it for scraping things. Okay, now you want to go back to a knife, flip it right back to a knife. Simple as that. I love this thing. You know, I really, really do like this thing. I use it all the time. I tend to grab it as my favorite knife because I also have an option to turn it into a scraper if I want. But here goes the part for the reason why I bought these blades was in order to use this tool, you have to have the Tough Built blades with the hole in the middle. Now, I don't know if a couple of other companies make blades with holes in the middle like this. I don't know that maybe you could use it with them. I personally bought the Tough Built ones because then I know they work. That's the only drawback with this. If you have a standard blade, which I have right here, that's not going to work in here. So that would be the only thing I would say negative about it. But you know, if you want to go to back to a regular knife, and then it closes here. It also has a little paint can opening function there, which is kind of cool. Something extra you could use. Big fan of that one. Love it. Great work, Tough Built. Okay, the next one is the Reload Utility Knife. This is part number TB-H4-03. So what it is, it's your standard blade like the other one, except this one, you have a release mechanism here, where you can release the magazine. You see that? And the reason they have that is so you can, well, I believe, is so you could have two different blades. You could have your standard blade or a different type of blade there, and you could put it in. Okay, I'm working with my different type of blade. Cut, cut, cut. Okay, I need a switch. I just hit the release button, put in a new blade. Boom, I have a new blade ready to go, literally within seconds. So that's a cool feature. Another thing, if we release it out, you also have the ability to store 5 blades here, 5 blades here, 1 in your chamber. So you can store 11 blades inside of each one. So this opens up and you have a little blade storage there. So you can store 11 blades. So with that and that, with these two here, I have 22 blades on standby ready to go. It also has basically a retractable, basically it gives you a new blade without having to mess with anything. So how you do it is you slide that forward. When it's all the way forward, you hit this release button. What I've learned is you got to push the blade back a little bit to get like the sweet spot to get the blade out. You take out your old blade. Now once you retract this back and go forward, you have a new blade ready to go that quick, which that's pretty ingenious how that works. I'm a fan of that one. I like that one. Moving on, this is the Tough Built Folding Jab Saw, part number TBH4S5-23FU. So what this is basically your folding jab saw. So you click the button here, the fold button, and what it does, it releases it out a little bit. You grab it and pull it out. Now you have yourself a folding jab saw. So you could use, this saw comes with these 3 blades in this little pouch thing here, which is nice. I like it because then I can store this little pouch in my Vito without the blades ripping any of my stuff. And then again, it's pretty easy to switch your blade. It works like a standard saw, so you just pull back to release and it releases the blade, and it uses standard reciprocating saw blades. So if, let's say, I have a Milwaukee blade here, a Diablo blade here, I'll just put it in, finally pull the release button, and it locks it in place. Now it's into place. See that? So now you could use any type of blade. And then again, you just click to fold it. Boom, ready to go. So that thing's pretty good too. Doesn't take up too much room in the tool pouch. It's good. Here's the stack of blades I bought. I bought them specifically to use on my scraper here because I love that scraper. I was trying to go without it. It comes with like a couple blades, but I've used them all already. Now this is the last thing about my Tough Built stuff is this is to do with their Stack Tech stuff. They have this basically interlocking, which it only works with there. So this is a clip. It clips on. You clip onto your belt. You clip onto the wall. Whatever you want to clip it onto. And now this Tough Built stuff locks into place like so. And now this is locked in on your belt. The only way to release it is push the button to release. So that's a pretty cool thing. I just wanted to show you guys that something they created, and it's their patent, which that's cool. I like it. All right, well, that's about it with my Tough Built. Hope you guys have a good day.